So I want to start with a question, and that is, where do you think you have most impact? Is it when you're focusing on those things in your to-do list where I guess you're doing them because it's the responsible thing to do, because you feel you ought to be doing it? It's a practical thing that you can be doing to help you move towards whatever direction you're headed work-wise? Or is it when you are focused on something that gives you kind of energy and joy and awakens your passion? And I mention this because we were having this discussion in the Unstoppable Together network group I'm running, and someone came up with a beautiful analogy that we were discussing the fact that for many of us, we leave the things that we most care about, part of our work that in a way matters most to us, to those odds and sods of times that are left when we've done everything else on our to-do list. And he came up with a beautiful analogy. It's like leaving the chocolate cake to the end of the meal. You've got to get through the meal and then you've earned the chocolate cake. And the experiment I'd like to invite you to play with this week is to turn that on its head, to give your best quality time and attention to the thing that is giving you most energy and joy work-wise at the moment, and judge for yourself where you have the most impact. And my personal experience is that when I focus on the area that, as I say, has most energy for me, there's an ease, a freedom, a flow, an effectiveness that comes from that isn't present in the same way when I'm doing something that feels responsible. So for me, that might be focusing on doing a job application that my heart's not quite in would be the latter, versus developing the network that I'm creating, where that's where my heart is. That's what makes my heart sing. But I'd love to hear from you. So if you're willing, take the experiment for at least 1 or 2 days this week. Give your best quality time and attention to the thing that makes your heart sing, and let me know where you think the biggest impact is achieved.